The Arctic is one of the most extreme and breathtaking places on Earth, a realm where the boundaries between land, sea and sky blur into a world of ice and wonder. Here, endless stretches of snow and ice create a landscape that feels almost otherworldly, shaped by powerful natural forces over millennia. The Arctic is a vast, wild region at the very top of our planet, encircling the North Pole and spanning across 8 countries: the United States, Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland and Russia. Each of these nations shares a piece of this frozen crown, contributing to its unique cultures and histories. Defined by the invisible boundary of the Arctic Circle, this region is dominated by the Arctic Ocean, which is mostly covered in thick, shifting sea ice for much of the year. The ice itself is constantly moving, breaking apart and reforming with the seasons. The geography here is dramatic and unforgiving, with rugged coastlines, towering glaciers, and vast tundra plains. This unique environment shapes everything, from the unpredictable weather patterns to the remarkable wildlife that calls the Arctic home. In the Arctic, nature is raw and powerful, reminding you just how small and fragile humans are in the face of such immense scale and beauty. The silence can be overwhelming, broken only by the wind or the distant call of a bird. The name Arctic comes from the Greek word Arctikos, meaning near the bear, a reference to the constellation Ursa Major or the Great Bear, which dominates the northern sky. These stars have long been a guide for those who venture into this frozen expanse. For centuries, the Arctic's night sky has guided explorers, traders, and indigenous peoples across the frozen landscape. The Inuit, Sami, and other native groups have developed deep knowledge and traditions to survive and thrive in this challenging environment. Life in the Arctic demands respect for the environment and a profound understanding of its dangers. Blizzards, freezing temperatures, and shifting ice are constant threats, requiring skill, resilience, and a close relationship with nature. The Arctic is a place of constant change, where the landscape transforms with the seasons. In summer, the sun never sets, bathing the tundra in endless daylight, while in winter, darkness reigns and the cold intensifies. Survival here is a journey into a world with its own rules, where adaptation is key. Witnessing the northern lights dance across the sky or spotting a polar bear on the ice is an experience that stays with you forever. The Arctic's wildlife, from seals and whales to snowy owls and Arctic foxes, is as resilient as it is rare. The Arctic remains a wild frontier, full of wonders and secrets to protect. Its beauty and fragility remind us of the importance of preserving this unique region for generations to come. The Arctic is defined by its cold, long, dark winters and short, cool summers. This is a land where the climate shapes every living thing, and where the environment itself is both a challenge and a wonder. The Arctic's remoteness and harshness have made it one of the most extreme places on Earth, a region where survival depends on adaptation and respect for the elements. Winter temperatures can drop below -50 degrees Celsius, with wind chills that freeze skin in minutes. Blizzards sweep across the tundra, reducing visibility to almost nothing and making travel perilous. The cold is relentless, seeping into every crevice and testing the limits of endurance for both people and wildlife. The polar night brings weeks or even months of darkness, lit only by the moon, stars, and the shimmering aurora borealis. During this time, the sun never rises above the horizon, and the world is cast in a mysterious twilight. The darkness can be disorienting, but it also reveals the Arctic's hidden beauty, with skies alive in color and light. In summer, the midnight sun brings 24-hour daylight, sparking a burst of life. Plants and animals take advantage of the endless sunlight to grow, feed, and reproduce in a short, intense season. The landscape transforms, with wildflowers blooming and migratory birds filling the air with sound. Sea ice covers much of the Arctic Ocean, expanding in winter and shrinking in summer. This ever-changing ice acts as both a barrier and a bridge, shaping the movement of animals and people. On land, glaciers and permafrost dominate, preventing deep-rooted trees and creating the tundra. The ground remains frozen year-round, with only the top layer thawing briefly in summer, allowing mosses, lichens, and low shrubs to survive. The landscape is always shifting. Ice cracks, moves, and challenges travel. The ground can heave and buckle as the permafrost shifts, and travelers must always be alert to sudden changes. Icebergs and whiteouts are both beautiful and dangerous. Icebergs drift silently through frigid waters, while sudden storms can erase the horizon, leaving explorers disoriented and exposed. Surviving here means reading the ice, respecting the weather, and learning from those who have called the Arctic home for generations, indigenous peoples have developed unique skills and knowledge to thrive in this environment, passing down wisdom about the land, the animals, and the ever-changing conditions, and knowing the environment is always in charge. The Arctic demands humility and constant vigilance as storms can arise without warning and temperatures can plummet in an instant. The Arctic's climate is a powerful lesson in survival. It teaches patience, resilience, and the importance of preparation. Every journey here is a test of skill and determination. Every aspect of life is shaped by the relentless cold. Animals grow thick fur or blubber, people bundle up in layers, and even the smallest plants have adapted to survive the freeze. It's a place where nature's extremes are always in control, reminding us of the power and beauty of the natural world, and the delicate balance required to survive at the top of the world. The polar bear is the Arctic's iconic predator, a true symbol of the frozen north. Towering over the icy landscape, it reigns supreme at the top of the food chain, relying on its strength and intelligence to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Perfectly adapted for hunting on sea ice, the polar bear's keen sense of smell allows it to detect seals from miles away, even beneath thick layers of snow and ice. Its thick fur and a dense layer of blubber insulate against the bitter cold, keeping the bear warm during long, frigid Arctic nights and icy swims. Large, wide paws act like snowshoes, distributing its weight so it can walk across thin ice and deep snow without sinking, and even help it paddle through freezing waters. Walruses, with their long, powerful tusks, haul themselves out onto the ice to rest and escape predators. These tusks are also used for breaking breathing holes in the ice and for social displays within their herds. Their sensitive whiskers, called vibrissae, help them detect clams and other prey hidden in the dark, muddy ocean floor, making them expert foragers in the chilly Arctic waters. Muskoxen, with their shaggy coats and dense wool, are built to withstand the coldest winds. When danger approaches, they form tight defensive circles, horns facing outward, to shield their vulnerable calves from hungry wolves. The Arctic fox is a master of camouflage, turning white in winter to disappear against the snow, making it nearly invisible to both predators and prey. In summer, its fur changes to brown and gray, blending perfectly with the rocky tundra and helping it stay hidden as the landscape transforms. Its bushy tail acts as a warm, fluffy blanket, wrapping around its body and nose to conserve heat during the freezing Arctic nights. Each animal is a marvel of adaptation, equipped with unique traits that allow them to survive and thrive where few others can endure the relentless cold and isolation. Teamwork, camouflage, and resilience define Arctic wildlife. These remarkable creatures rely on their instincts and each other to overcome the daily challenges of their frozen world. Life here is a constant battle against the elements, where only the most resourceful and determined animals can hope to survive and flourish in the endless winter of the Arctic. The Arctic's oceans and skies burst with life during summer. Plankton blooms feed a rich food web, supporting creatures like the narwhal, the unicorn of the sea, and the mighty bowhead whale, which can break through thick ice and live over 200 years. Millions of migratory birds like the snowy owl and Arctic tern flock here to breed. The snowy owl's white feathers and keen eyesight make it a formidable predator. The Arctic tern travels from pole to pole, experiencing 2 summers each year. These epic migrations and adaptations connect the Arctic to the rest of the world. The region's wildlife is a testament to endurance and survival. Every summer, the Arctic becomes a stage for nature's most incredible journeys. Life here is fleeting but spectacular. Despite the harsh climate, the Arctic tundra bursts into life each summer. Permafrost prevents large trees so plants grow low to the ground, forming dense mats to trap heat. Mosses, lichens, and sedges dominate, with lichens like reindeer moss providing vital winter food for animals. Wildflowers bloom quickly, racing to complete their life cycle before winter returns. The Arctic poppy follows the sun, while purple saxifrage pushes through melting snow. Dwarf willows and birches hug the ground, protected from wind and snow. These plants stabilize the soil and provide food and shelter for wildlife. Every plant is a survivor, adapted to thrive in extreme conditions. The tundra's brief summer is a celebration of resilience. Even the smallest plant plays a crucial role in this ecosystem. Indigenous peoples like the Inuit, Sami, and Nenets have thrived in the Arctic for thousands of years. Their survival depends on deep knowledge of the land, sea, and animals, passed down through generations. Traditional diets rely on hunting and fishing, using every part of the animal for food, clothing, and tools. This resourcefulness and respect for nature are central to Arctic cultures. Stories, songs, and art reflect a spiritual connection to the environment. Today, traditional knowledge blends with modern life, but climate change brings new challenges. Indigenous resilience and adaptability are being tested as the Arctic transforms. Their wisdom is vital for the future of this fragile region. Surviving Arctic cold requires ingenious clothing and shelter. Indigenous peoples use animal skins, like caribou and sealskin, for warmth and waterproofing. Layered outfits trap heat, while fur-trimmed hoods prevent frost buildup. Hammocks, boots, and mittens are crafted for insulation and grip. Igloos, built from compacted snow, are strong and surprisingly warm, used as temporary shelters. Permanent homes use stone, sod, and driftwood, often dug into the ground for insulation. Summer tents made from animal skins allow mobility. Every structure is designed to withstand relentless wind and cold. Arctic clothing and shelters are testaments to human ingenuity. Traveling the Arctic demands specialized methods. Dog sleds, powered by hardy sled dogs, were the traditional way to cross snow and ice. Kayaks made from driftwood and sealskin allowed stealthy hunting on water. Larger umiaks transported families and goods between camps. Today, snowmobiles and aircraft connect remote communities, but traditional skills remain essential. Dog sledding endures as sport and cultural tradition. Reading the ice and snow is still a critical survival skill. Arctic transportation blends ancient wisdom with modern technology. Movement here is always shaped by the land and weather. The Arctic is a vital part of Earth's system, reflecting sunlight and regulating global temperatures. Its extreme conditions have produced some of the world's most specialized life, from polar bears to Arctic poppies. The aurora borealis, or northern lights, is a breathtaking display unique to this region. The Arctic is alive with sound, ice cracking, glaciers calving, and birds calling in spring. It's a place of resilience, adaptation, and deep human-nature connection. But climate change threatens this fragile wilderness, melting ice and endangering wildlife and cultures. Protecting the Arctic is crucial for the planet's health. It's a region of wonder, challenge, and inspiration. The Arctic teaches us about survival and respect for nature. Its future depends on our actions today.